another episode of Dad Mode Fantasy, where I teach dads how to crush their fantasy football leagues. And if you took Family Santa pictures today and you came out with all smiles in all of them, or at least smile in one of them, you're coming out ahead. So today's episode, what we're doing is going over what's going to happen in two of my leagues for tomorrow. It's just the only two that matter. The other three that are going into the playoffs are going to be for next week. So, but as far as what happened on Thursday, owning it 0-1 on the channel so far. I feel like I had it pretty well paced out. I mean, in the first half, it looked like Baker, was okay, but not really finding himself well in the pocket. But penalties the story, and it's basically a 1 point game at halftime, and then you go up by 2 scores, you think you're cashing that ticket, but the Kyle Pitts show, right? So had no parts of Kyle Pitts this year, but the curse of Kyle Pitts is like one way or another on either extreme, right? So but he bit me for 2 years. I haven't picked him since, but but anyways, coming up for this week. So I have 2 leagues in play. One of them is standard league, really my only decision. And I mentioned Chris Godwin in the previous video that he would be a plug and play start. In this particular league, what I was looking at was Wan'dale could probably get like 10 to 13 targets. I was figuring about 5 to 7 for Godwin, but we really got bailed out, actually, if you're plugging and playing Godwin, because he had that touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Depending on what league you're in, you're dealing with that 2 points, the 6, and a cat. I really figured because of the 5-point bonus for the 100 yards, that Wan'dale would have more of a natural opportunity to get over that 100 yards and get that bonus for me, rather than Godwin kind of having to get there on like 40 to 60 yard, and the touchdown gets that other 6 points. So I figure the upside's maybe a little bit more there on Wan'dale because it's the only thing that the Giants really have. So might get 10 to 13 targets. You're hoping for 7-8 catches and a tick over 100 yards and maybe a touchdown. That's your massive upside there. So in this next league, I did start Chris Godwin, but there's actually a bigger starting roster in this one. This one's the 2 quarterback, 2 flex, super flex league. And this one, I'm actually called the 919ers for weird reason. I had the 9th and the 19th pick in a snake draft in this league. This was actually my worst record. I finished 7-7 and squeaked in 6th place to the playoffs. But 9 and 19. It was a redraft. There was some kind of glitch that happened on Yahoo. I don't know if anybody else was having those during that time period when the drafts were going on. But nobody knew what was happening, so I didn't plan for 9 and 19th, but might still work out. Lost Tyreek as well in this league, so I don't know if he was going to live up to a bounce back here, even if he stayed healthy anyway. But but we'll see what happens, and pretty close matchup so far. And here, time to make up for it. We got the Sunday night game, Minnesota at Dallas, 5.5 point favorite in Dallas at home. Dallas has been relatively hot as of late. Looks like CeeDee Lamb is going to play. Got to take the Cowboys at home. Haven't seen anything out of Minnesota, even with a putrid Cowboys defense. I'm hopeful that their offense will overcome, and their defense will basically have just enough to hold it off to win that spread. So Cowboys at home -5.5. What are you still doing here? We all know you've already put a few things in the shopping cart for Santa and realized that Amazon Prime wasn't on that item and it would arrive after Christmas already. So get to it. Do that last minute shopping. we'll see if the Cowboys can pull it out on tomorrow night. And also if the first round of the fantasy playoffs, I can get 2 for 2. Till next time, Dad Mo Fantasy.